Adding the choice of a crispy chicken BLT to Wendy's 4 for $4 is the biggest thing since rappers trying to sing.
I got me a yacht and I sound like a robot.
But do you like the sound of this? Wendy's 4 for $4 now comes with a choice of a junior bacon cheeseburger or a crispy chicken BLT.
From Detroit to Macon, I keep it crisp like bacon.
Both are topped with crispy applewood smoked bacon and come with 4 nuggets, fries, and a Coke for just $4.
Oh, yeah.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time, meal includes small fries and a drink. Not valid in Alaska and Hawaii.
This is the Happy Hour Network.
Pay attention, son. This is for your own good.
Yo, what up, DT? Let's get to it. Hit him with the hook first. Full court press, 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 full court press. NBA talk all night on the press. Full court press, 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 full court press. NBA talk all night on the press. Welcome to the show. We done seen folks move from the west to the east coast, tired of the city, so they head to the beach shore. While the rest of the colleagues request to proceed forward. Player movement always lead to improvement, but that's what's hot now. Boom pow, another star gone. Yeah, he long gone. We need more leaders like Caesar. Stay focused on the prize. Legends don't die, even if they're long gone in the skies. Performance and the boundary lines, and you're good to go. Be your man, don't be out there just playing for show. Cause we'll be in the barbershop talking all week. Topic to topic, the media don't sleep. Put that S on your chest, pick up the phone, and make sure that you're calling to the full court press. Yeah, full court press.
Welcome to Full Court Press Radio here on the Happy Hour Network and the Full Court Press Radio app. I'm your host, Dane Thompson, checking in tonight live here for the next 1 hour here, talking about some of the best NBA talking to find out with some of the best and brightest personalities, players, former coaches, everybody you're going to find in the NBA. And so for the next hour, I can't do this again as usual, but I'm going to have my tag team partner on there. He's also one of the main writers on NBAFCPRadio.com and also one of the most opinionated people on social media, my main man, Eric Ciseneros. Eric, what's going on, man?
Hey.
Typical Thursday night on the show tonight. 347-857-1947 is the call-in number tonight. We're also going to be joined by former NBA point guard and current South Florida assistant head coach Rod Strickland. Yes, Rod Strickland's going to be on the show in about 10 minutes around the 8:10 segment here, and we're going to be talking to him about the point guards, since he's a point guard himself, former coaches, and also he coaches a little brother of DeMarcus Cousins, so I know he's got something to say about Jaleel Cousins. So, but before we get to anything, the big story of the day, no, it wasn't Eric's Los Angeles Lakers who's been stealing the headlines for the last week and a half. It is Stephen Curry once again becoming not just the MVP, Eric, but now he's back-to-back MVP, and historically he's now the first unanimous MVP selection in the league's history. Eric, do you agree with all the writers that voted him unanimously this time around?
It was absolutely unanimous, and I'm actually kind of surprised that it was voted unanimous, being that there's always that one guy, always that one or two people that always say, you know what, let me just muck it up a little bit. Let me just do a little extra. And, go ahead and vote for somebody that's kind of way out there. But he definitely deserved it. He deserved it more than he did last year. I had James Harden last year. James Harden is nowhere near my list this year. But this one was just unbelievable. I mean, the guy finished even in top 10 in most improved category. And he just had one phenomenal year. I mean, just unbelievable. First player to average 30 points in under 35 minutes. I mean, was 22 points per 100 possessions better on the court versus him off the court. I mean, he had a 31.5 PER, player efficiency rating, which is good for 8th best of all time. I mean, he was absolutely phenomenal.
You really can't disagree with the award voting. But, Eric, there's one piece of a thing I did disagree with. Did you know there were 9 voters? No, there were 9 voters who didn't vote for Kawhi Leonard on their ballot.
Oh, wow.
I want to send an AVP out to all the writers who had MVP votes to figure out which 9 people actually did not vote Kawhi Leonard as the part of the 1 through 5 of the ballot. I want to know who voted against that. But yeah, as far as the Curry moment goes, I wrote an article on it this morning on NBAFTVRadio.com. If Stephen Curry wasn't the MVP, now Eric, I'm the first person to tell you that Curry wasn't in my top 5 all season.
Exactly.
But after watching this man last night score 17 points in overtime, it just wasn't the way he scored 17 points. It's how he scored 17 points. It was basically watching NBA 2K on the easiest level with him just dribble move, step back 3-pointer, drive to lane. Portland couldn't stop him. But the best picture was Paul Allen's face after he hit that final 3-pointer to make it an 8-point game as he's looked in shock and amazement. Yeah. Curry this year, like you said before, I mean, the stats don't even go against what he's done this year.
Mm-hmm.
They won 73 games. He scored 30 points a game. I think Eric, wasn't half his shots 3-pointers this season? I think he made was half his shots 3-pointers. I think it was. He was that much better than everybody else this year. And last night was just epic, completely. I mean, what he did, and the thing was, how many times do you see a team score 125 points and lose? It's very rare that you see that.
Yeah, honestly, wow, that was such a game. And, I said even last week, I said, you know what, Steph Curry needs to rest up, save him for the Western Conference Finals. I was already looking ahead, thinking that, things were sweet. Golden State was going to, manhandle Portland. That wasn't the case. And if they didn't put Curry out there, the series would actually be tied 2-2. I mean, Damian Lillard put up a heck of a show himself. I mean, it was just absolutely phenomenal. But when Curry got going. I mean, he started cooking. At first, he was struggling. I think he was I want to say 0 of 8 from downtown before he actually started hitting one. I think it was 1 of 10 when he finally first hit that last that first 3-pointer. But I mean, if they didn't put out Curry, we're talking a totally different ball game. We're heading back to Golden State 2-2. I mean, that's how I feel about that. Curry just came in and just let him up. Go ahead.
Exactly. 347-857-1947. We want Dubs fans to call in and talk about their MVP. But if you look at the numbers from last night, we all talk Steph Curry's humongous night, the numbers he put up. But there was another guy on the floor who put up some ridiculous numbers last night, and that was Draymond Green. Green last night puts his typical numbers across the board, but the most important stat last night, Eric, was he had 6 block shots last night.
7.
I mean, it was 7. I'm sorry, it was 7 block shots, which makes it even more impressive. I think Green got blocked for every inch he's above 6 foot. What is it that Draymond Green cannot do? Literally on the basketball court, the guy hits threes, he rebounds, he's intimidating, he blocks shots, he passes. What does this guy not do, Eric?
Oh man, what does he not do? He doesn't sell popcorn in the stands.
I'm pretty sure if you put Draymond out there, I'm pretty sure you can do that as well too. Now,
exactly.
Eric, before we head to break. Last night was just a tip of the iceberg. Stephen Curry and Damian Lillard have been going at it all season. Lillard, the 51-point game, which caused Golden State to lose earlier in the season, and then what Lillard did in Game 3, and Curry going back and forth. And being out on the West Coast, is this the matchup that we want to see in the playoffs the next couple of years? Portland, Golden State, if we're going to see Curry and Lillard just do this on a consistent basis? For me, yes. What about you?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, with Golden State being as good as they are, and even to the foreseeable future, I mean, the whole entire core is young. Portland still. I mean, they need to put a more exciting squad. I mean, I know they're doing the most right now, but I would have to see probably a better matchup team-wise, because otherwise it just feels like Golden State's going to take this every time if they're 100% healthy. But I mean, I can see where you're coming from. Curry's 28, Lillard's 25. I mean, they're both just battling, when they go head-to-head. So, I can see that happening. Definitely.
Well, for me, you look at Lillard. I think Lillard's up there. He's not too young, and Curry's in the prime of his career. But if Portland gets one more player, one more really solid player to go with Lillard, get a pick-and-roll option, and I hope to say not Dwight Howard, but you get another big that will go with McCallum and Lillard, Portland is set for the next few years, and this might be the summer to do it. Do you know who would be a nice little pick-and-roll partner for Damian Lillard as we go to break, Eric?
Say it.
Al Horford. If Portland can sign Al Horford this summer, they got the money to do it. You put Horford and Lillard together, that is a beast of a combination for a while. I mean, it's way better than what Atlanta has on the floor, and Portland would be a beast in the West because of the way Horford can stretch the floor. But that's how NBA rolls sometimes, but you got to think Golden State is – I mean, the series – like Draymond Green said, the series is over. There's no way Oliver Maroney's prediction is going to come true. So, Oliver, if you listen to the show, unless you're telling me the Blazers win in 7, there's no way possible. And I can't even see Golden State even losing this game on Wednesday night because Curry, I think, is going to get the MVP award in front of the team. I got a feeling Lillard might go for 50 tomorrow night.
He came very close. He came very close, though. The curse of the Maroney prediction, he came very close. Portland almost won that game until Curry just set it off, but came very close.
We're going to take a break here at Full Court Press Radio here on the Happy Hour Network and the Full Court Press Radio app. When we get back, we're going to have our good friend Rod Strickland join us to talk about his favorite position, point guards. We'll talk NBA playoffs, and we'll also talk about what he's up to in coaching. We'll be right back in about 1 minute here on the Happy Hour Network.
We're all born with the blues, whether we want to admit it or not. Though you'll truly experience the blues from a different yet very unique perspective when you visit Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues. At Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues, you'll experience some amazing sounds from aspiring, talented musicians in the blues genre. Be sure to download Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues Android app from Google Play Store and get wired to the Rattled Beach Show on Friday nights. Blues on YippieKiYayBlues.com.
Are you looking for some sick sports apparel? DHTK designed some of the newest and coolest brands such as Represent, Game Over, and Don't Hate the King. DHTK's vision is to integrate culture, fashion, and attitude that best represents the players and caters to us, the fans. Click on DHTK.com and subscribe to their mailing list for an automatic 10% off your order. If you are a basketball fan, follow DHTK on social media. Visit DHTK.com for more details. DHTK.com. You don't have to be a king to dress like one.
NBA Lead will be your ultimate destination for up-to-the-moment expert commentary on all trending NBA topics and headlines. The digital broadcast network will offer hours of live content, plus more than hundreds of on-demand videos each week. It provides news, highlights, live look-ins, our own analysis, music, and conversations from around the NBA world. Moving at the speed of Twitter, it pushes from headline to headline, topic to topic. When all said and done, NBA Lead will bring the fans what they want, when they want. NBA Lead, for the fans, by the fans.
We are back from Full Court Press Radio here on the Happy Hour Network. I'm your host, Danny Thompson, hanging out with my man, Eric Ciseneros from NBAFCPRadio.com. 347-857-1947 is the number to check in with us tonight. And our special guest of the evening is former first-round pick of the New York Knicks. This man was over 13,000 points, over 7,000 assists in his NBA career, and currently right now is one of the assistant head coaches of the University of South Florida Golden Bulls men's basketball team. For the very first time on Full Court Press, our good friend Rod Strickland is in the building. Rod, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
What's on, Rod?
Hey, how you doing?
Rod, being a former point guard, first-round pick, and, being a coach, what are your thoughts on some of these point guards that you see nowadays in the NBA today, like your Russell Westbrooks, your Chris Pauls, Stephen Curry we talked about earlier, and Damian Lillard, and so on and so forth? Do you think these guys could play in the era that you played in?
Oh, absolutely. They're all skilled. They're all tough. Skill beats anything, I think, especially along with toughness. So I think absolutely they can play in that era. They would have done well.